Still 81 degrees, so it's a little warm. I did get the AC running. I added anywhere from 1.5 pounds to 3 pounds of Freon. It wasn't running when I was trying to put it in, so I don't know exactly how much got in there. But anyhow, it threw an error about the sensor, but I unplugged, replugged the sensor in the outside air temperature, and it was fine. I don't know if it's gonna rain, but it's definitely humid. Yesterday I put grass seed down, then I took a bag of the topsoil and broke it up and mixed it in here. Then I put some moldy hayseed down there and been watering it. So I'm gonna keep watering unless it rains, and hopefully we get this to grow and finish. I went all the way over there. It'd be nice to have this kind of more done. Boy, that doesn't look even over there. I got to do some more fine tuning on this, but I think I'm about ready to cut my blocks. Made a few mistakes, cut the wrong side. That's always good. You're supposed to cut the bad side, not the good side. Like this should be like that, but you know, it is what it is. They've been eating this whole thing every day, and not a lot's getting on the ground. So they're a really big hit with that. I've turned my notifications off. I get like 120 birds showing up. But yep, things are progressing. We're back in business. She's operating. Putting a little more water in there. But the birds really like this, and the cats, believe it or not, like to stand in that. So, what's next on my agenda? This has been running fine for the past day and a half, and it's been cycling on as it should normally. Of course, we only got to about 93 today, only 93, but at least it's doing what it's supposed to, you know, cooling. Making one of the meals, it's that soup with bacon, and I can do it all out here on the stove, but this is a classic example of I need counter space. So in the final version, we're gonna have a 1-foot shelf here, move the grill over, we'll have a sink and a corner countertop. This here will be countertop. I'm going to move the oven right about to here, and then there'll be more counter area here, and then this is either going to sit over here or there's going to be a counter over here, but something's going to be over here. Haven't quite decided yet, but I need space. So like chopping and stuff, I have no space to do it. Normally if I'm using the grill over there, I just leave the top on top of that, but that ain't gonna cut it here today. So hopefully I can get this done by the end of the month. At least get a surface area. That's good. And then that'll allow me to, and then maybe I can move that around. Not sure if I'm gonna keep the griddle long term. I've been experimenting with griddles on here. Not very happy with that one. And I have a metal one. Maybe that will be okay when this is undercover and it's not gonna get rained on. Yeah, not sure, but yeah. That's what I'm looking at right now. So maybe what I should have done is taken that one and put it on top of there and then put everything on there. Maybe that's what I'll do. Kind of like a portable shelf there. Yeah. Oh, I've been looking at this online for a while. It's like a pawn store kind of thing. And it looks brand new. It was $90 cash out the door. It might not have been full tax paid. These are just really high quality bits. So we'll use this when we change the batteries. So we're gonna take this, the old Costco, and replace the batteries and buy some gas. I need 30 gallons. So 30 times 6, $180 in gas, $200 in batteries. I mean, it's like we're rebuilding the truck today in a $100 kit. Yes, I brought the other tools, but this should actually work well with the extensions. This is an adapter to the bit. So this is more of a 1/8 inch or 1/4 inch drive that adapts to this versus what I normally have is 1/8 inch bit that attaches to sockets. So these are a little cute, like they twist on to make sure they don't fall out. And of course this all rolls up. And isn't that cute? This is called the Cyclops. Got the box too. These are about $180 normally. So yeah, this will last a lifetime. These have a core of like $20 to $30. So I need 2. So I got 1 there, and then I'll pull the other one out and put the new battery in, and then later swap that to Marauder. So right now that's the Marauder's battery. So anyhow, hence why we brought some tools, because I got to change that. I think I only need like a 10 millimeter and an 8 millimeter. So this should be sufficient. Well, like a proud father taking his twins to the Costco to get upgraded. Can you upgrade your twins? I don't know. It's an investment in the truck. So we got $266. There's $30 core times 2, $60. So yeah. Plus we're gonna add 30 gallons of diesel at $6+. So it's $180. So we're putting an investment in her today. Now it's raining. As soon as I start changing the batteries. Murphy's Law. $88 to get to there. I've been there in a year. Ever since the tank fell out. I've been afraid to fill it up. Did I crawl underneath the truck and check the straps? You betcha. The only one in the parking lot underneath this truck, I bet. Well, getting gas at the old Costco. What kind of cat is this? What? God damn it. I need a new cat. This is unacceptable. I'm going to send out the dogs. This time I didn't use the pressure washer on this chair. I just used soap and some bleach, grease lightning stuff, and scrubbed it a little bit. It ain't perfect, and now I need to do this one. But I think I'll call it. It took me 3 weeks to get to that one. So I did fire up my wife's water feature here. That seems to be working well. And I think I need to attack that next. Put the cover on. It doesn't look to code for some reason. Somebody's code. Just not. You gotta take the bull by the hands. That's not that thick, but wow. So our Hartville Hardware now carries Realtek. Stop that. This is a bigger one. Stop. I think it's some nice toys. That's what I want, right? Battery out of the truck that I want to put in the Marauder, because the old battery had 2 volts. I ran a battery recondition on it yesterday. It took 24 hours, and now it's at 53%. I could have sworn it was better beforehand. The battery's fully charged, so we're gonna run this a second time and note 53%. Better than what I had, but I'm supposed to have, well, I got 600 cranking amps versus 850, so it's not horrible. But it does say replace. Monday, hit the battery recondition. It takes 24 hours, so we'll let that run. I did pop these caps and check the fluid levels. This cell's the water's just at the very top or a little bit below the very, very, very top. And the same thing here. I don't think that makes that big of a difference. I could put some distilled water in there, but I don't know if I have any. It's taken me 6 years, but just put this in there, so now I got 2 or 3. You can definitely tell where the stud is by the fact the screw holes are popping, the screws are popping out. So this thing doesn't really, I think it's done. I mean, it's lighting up down there okay, but over here it thinks the stud's over there. So I went by the 2 screw heads, and well, it's in there because I drilled through the drywall and then it hit wood. So that should bullet on Friday morning, spent $4,200 for a 15-foot lift. So if it was from there, it's going to come out to here. It's going to be long enough for that. I'm not going to lock it down into the floor, which is the safest way, which this one is, until I decide where I want it, because it's going to have the ability to move, not easily, but you move. Basically, there's casters that when you lower the ramps or the part that holds the car up, they're so heavy it pushes the corners up in such a way that they're now on wheels and you can roll it around. I have the wheels for this one over there, but I haven't used them in years because I locked it down. Why did I do that? Because my daughter once decided to lower the car for whatever reason, and she didn't just gauge the one side and almost fell over the car. So anyhow, yeah, and I did splurge for the lift. So basically there's going to be a roller lift with two ends that I can position anywhere, and then it's got a hand pump similar to like a little bottle jack, and you can raise and lower the car. So when I'm changing tires, I can put the car up, raise the rear end up, change the tires, blah, blah, blah. So theoretically, it'll make life a little easier. I did get some primer for this, so I'm going to try that, but it's also for that. So it's a black primer converter that converts rust to primer. We'll see how that works. It was a little expensive, but I only bought a gallon of it, so I think it was like $38. But in the meantime, the next couple days, I got to get rid of all this. Monday's a holiday. Tuesday, the earliest I can pick up is Wednesday. It is in Columbus, and I need a 16-foot long trailer, which I don't know my neighbor has, but I went to U-Haul has a 16-foot long toy hauler for $98 a day. So targeting Friday, then Saturday and Sunday we'll be building it. So I'm probably just gonna move all the cars out, build it here, and then roll it into place or something. I don't know. This is going to be a challenge. I got to push this out, but basically truck will go on the street, this will go on the street, that will go on the street, roll this out, this being this, put it over there maybe, and I can kind of steer it, and then yeah, build a lift and roll it all back in. It's going to be interesting to see. I didn't measure how far across. I assume the car will fit underneath. Probably should have measured that. I'm gonna measure that now. If this fits underneath there, I'm pretty sure it's gonna fit there. Never even thought about that. Kind of important. Yeah, this is the XL model, so things should fit underneath it. But I definitely gotta. This stuff, I don't know. This row right here, this short row, will go upstairs. I think the stuff, basically all this will go upstairs, and then I gotta find homes for that. But I was thinking back there, but it's not long enough. I could theoretically do up there, but now I got to rearrange everything. Although I was thinking putting tires on the top is not that smartest idea. Putting them on the bottom. Now they got the plywood around. I could probably flip that. There's talk about moving some of this and resorting it. Yeah. It's raining again. It's been raining nonstop since Friday. I mean, just, it'll stop for 2 hours and it'll start again. So it won't rain tomorrow. Yesterday I did go to Harbor Freight. Bought me this. So ironically, this has carbide grit, which I need for cutting the countertops. But I got this because I'm always looking for blades, and this has a good set, and it has a shitty little bag that I'm going to use to hold it together. So I'm going to put that all over there. But this, and they're marked, which is nice on what they do. There's a reverse one that pushes, cuts in the down street. It's not really why I went there. But for these, the icons at the top of the line, Harbor Freight, I know that's kind of an oxymoron, but they're color coded, and that's nice. So these were on sale for $12. So I don't know where I'm going to keep these, but I'm beginning to like the color thing because I can see things. Oh, I was looking for that earlier. And then what else did we buy? Yeah, well, hose menders. You go on Amazon, these are $6 a piece. They're $1.99, so now we can fix some hoses. This looks a lot better. I mounted the light. I pushed this back. I hooked it on a zip tie. I've got this sealed, and it's got a little extension cord to there. That powers this, and it powers the Echo. And the speaker is powered by the other one, and then this is my on-off for my LED light bulbs. They need to be cleaned. For the party mode, turn that off. Yeah, okay, well. Seems to be doing well. It's not dead. That's a good sign. I guess this long, shitty weather this spring of rain is doing well. It won't stop raining. I'm working on the pegboard that my wife wants to hang on the wall in the laundry room. It's a bug. So I cut these a while ago. That's the top. You can tell because it says top. And what I did is I ran a groove. So pegboard, I can't just recess it in here. Pegboard has to be off by 1/4 of an inch from the wall for the, you know, the peg hooks to go in. So hopefully this is 1/4 inch-ish. And barely 1/4 inch. Enhance. So I decided to fuck it. As far as the joints, I'm just going to use a pocket screw. So these will go across here, and there'll be 2 pocket screws in here, and glue, obviously glue. Maybe I'll throw a dowel in there. I don't know. Probably dowel. Dowel only because it helps me keep everything in place. With the pocket screws, because they go at an angle, sometimes they move things around. But we're going to go ahead and cut to the bottom piece. Then I gotta cut this and slide it in. I picked the corners are all messed up because it's not gonna be, you know, 48 inches high. It's gonna be like 36. So I can cut that bad piece off. Which is why we got the track saw up here somewhere. Did this track saw in the rain. Of course, it wasn't raining when I started, but yeah, that's what it does. The famous Meijers. Gluten-free. Gluten-free. It's 4 inches. Now, of course, they're gluten-free, but they'll have corn in it, which she's allergic to. So this whole section is useless to me. Maybe I can do this. Wait, I can do this, and those are rolls. These are protein. Maybe those will work. How big are they? They're long. So, I don't. Soft bread. Man. Can't just have regular sized bread. I think they're fun. Anyhow, it's finally not raining. So I did the right thing and I went grocery shopping and bought some food to grill. But more importantly, doing some cleanup. Spike likes to go outside and just pee right there, so I washed that, and that's drying out, though that's the indoor one. The other one's over there. Probably gonna dry quicker if I take that cardboard off. But somebody's been talking about a ramp. So she uses an e-scooter. She wants the ability to roll in and roll out. So I used to have more of these. I have 2. Kind of ran over one. This isn't the same size, so ironically I may be out. But first I'm like, you know, Pythagoras theory, I'm angling all this, and I realized, well, it starts here to there, so all I need to do is put a piece of wood up there and scribe it with a pen, which is what I've done for those 2. So there's this one. This one's gonna be in the middle, because there'll be another board here, and that will be the end. Then I got 2 supports here, and well, this isn't all locked in, but it holds. So yeah, obviously as I add boards, so at least the other board will be here, but I think she's going to need a 3rd one, which is going to end up over here, which is kind of why I think had I not started cut up that piece of wood, it would have worked. Then I can skin it with shitty plywood that I have. So this is leftover wood that I didn't use for the deck up there or down here or there. Someplace I didn't use it. It's been in my way, so I'm actually kind of glad to use it. But, she should be able to go up and down there with her, with the hand. I don't know. She doesn't feel comfortable. So that says 54. I gotta check the video and see what it said yesterday, but this is the 2nd time I've done this. I wonder what that does. I have no idea. So I don't think this battery's coming around. Still better than 3 volts, what I had with 4 volts. Look at the video. It did 53 before, and it's doing 54 now. So we'll give it another go. What else do I have better things to do? Nope, not a beauty, but she'll do. So we got a 2x4 underneath here, 2x4 underneath here, 2x4 underneath there, 2x4 underneath there. You got supports there, 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 and there. You got supports here, there, there, and there. There's another support somewhere around there. And I don't know. These are brand new boards. These are pretty sturdy. But this one's got a little funkiness to it. But there's support there, support there, support there, and support there. So, oh, and we got one here too. Should do the trick. I guess the only other thing would be add another one along here and have it merge into somewhere around here. I don't know. Well, hopefully test it. It'd be nice if she used it.